Hello everyone, I'm Albot Sonic, a Telltale Gamer, bringing you the latest and everything Telltale Games, Transformers, and more. So earlier this week, we got our first look at Life is Strange 2. We got an official reveal trailer for Life is Strange 2, as well as the first 20 minutes of episode 1 of Life is Strange 2. Now, I've refrained from looking at the gameplay because I want to save my reaction to that when the episode actually comes out. So if you're looking for, the only way I know what happens in the demo is because I read an article that gives like a very broad summary of the demo. So, for those of you who don't know, Life is Strange 2 will be following the story of two brothers, Sean and Daniel Diaz. Sean is 16 years old and Daniel is 9 years old. The story revolves around the two of them on the run after some tragic events that has happened to them in their hometown of Seattle, and they are trying to get back to their family's hometown in Mexico to try and escape incarceration by the police. So, as a lot of people believed, and myself included, we will be playing as the older brother that was shown at the end of the Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, who we now know his name is Sean. The little kid who was waving to Chris in the end of Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, that's Sean's younger brother, Daniel. So we're going to be analyzing the Life is Strange 2 reveal trailer, as well as going over, tying us into what I read from the broad summary of the 20-minute demo. So first up, I'm gonna play the trailer for y'all in case you haven't seen it yet.
I have no idea where we are. Feels like we're walking nowhere. I don't think Daniel understands what's going on. I can't tell him the truth now. I just can't. How am I supposed to take care of us out here? On the ground! Don't move!
What are we gonna do now?
There's nothing we can't do. As long as we're together.
So for the most part, the trailer for Life is Strange 2 doesn't really show a whole lot. Like we get, it starts off with Daniel and Sean walking through this road through a forest, with Sean narrating to himself that he doesn't think Daniel, his younger brother, knows what is going on, and that's what as we later learn in the trailer, what Sean's referring to as to why he and Daniel are on the run from the police. So we see a couple like nice, cute little shots throughout the trailer. We see Sean and Daniel skipping stones in a river or lake. We also have this one interesting shot of Sean and Daniel looking through a car window with their hands pressed against the window. But if you look really closely on Sean's left hand, you can see he's got some sort of marker scribbled on his hand, kind of like what Chloe used to do in Before the Storm. Now, if you ever played Life is Strange Before the Storm, they Deck 9 had this cool thing where Chloe's main objective would always be written on her hand in marker. So if you just held LT, she would pull up her hand and it would tell you like what you would need to do. So maybe Donod's incorporating that into Life is Strange 2. Who knows? Or maybe this is just some other sort of thing that Sean has been doing that's unrelated to gameplay. But if this is this is confirmation that the objective system from Life is Strange Before the Storm will be coming back for Life is Strange 2, I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, we see a couple more like cute shots. In these transitions, what I think is really interesting is that we see Sean is like in these like transition shots from like where it says like a new journey begins, or like in the next chapter in the Life is Strange franchise. These shots appear to be in some kind of journal with drawings by Sean. So it seems as though just like in Life is Strange 1 and Before the Storm, where we had Max's journal and Chloe's letters to Max, looks like Sean will be having his own journal where he'll be documenting the events that happen in the game. We see a couple other shots of Sean sitting beside Daniel on the edge of a river, with him wondering how he's going to be able to take care of himself and Daniel out in the wilderness, as we see Daniel try to start a fire, and then we see them like joking around, making like wolf cries at nighttime next to a fire. And then we actually get to the most interesting part of the show, which just really sets up the tone of this. We see Daniel, or not Daniel, Sean, sitting under a rock with his back, pointing up something out of his backpack. And then we see, when he pulls out of it, a big police newspaper article that says shooting in South Seattle. Now, it actually is possible to read the smaller text under there, so for any of you who can't read it, I'm going ahead and read it right now. A police officer was found dead next to the body of Esteban Diaz, 45, who was apparently shot by said officer. The only witness, a teenager, was knocked unconscious during the incident and remains in the hospital. The details of the case are not clear, while Diaz's two sons, Sean, 17, and Daniel, 9, are now wanted for questioning. Now, this is hugely important as to what exactly happened and why Sean and Daniel are on the run. So, it seems as though what I originally thought was that Sean accidentally killed someone, which it made it seem like it at first here, but then that's why they're on the run and he uses powers. But no, it appears that apparently for some reason or another, as we, based on what I've read so far of the demo, apparently Daniel, because it's around this time that Halloween is close by, because as we saw in the demo, not the demo, the original teaser of Officer Matthews' dash cam, it said it was October 28th, just 3 days away from Halloween. So apparently, according to a summary I read of the thing, Daniel scares some kid with his Halloween costume. He gets angry at Daniel. Sean fights this kid and nearly kills him. At this point, the Officer Matthews sees this and tells, thinking that Sean's killed the kid, tells Daniel and Sean to get on the ground. At this point, Daniel's dad comes out to try and defuse the situation, but then the cop kills him. At that point, Sean goes crazy and uses his powers to kill the Officer Matthews, along with the whole car. Now, unbeknownst to me, I didn't realize this article was actually also found in the Awesome Adventures Cabin Spirit. I don't think it directly said that, like, who gave specific names like Esteban, Sean, and Daniel. I think it just stated that the officer died, so it seems as though that is the whole point. Sean apparently accidentally kills Officer Matthews and nearly kills this one kid he was fighting, and so he and Daniel and also technically got his dad killed too. So apparently Sean and Daniel are on the run trying to avoid the police for going to jail for killing this police officer. And then after this, we cut back to what appears to be that actual scene. We see for Officer Matthews here for the first time, not on the dash cam, coming to Sean, telling him, like, pulling out his gun, telling Sean to get on the ground. As we see this, we see Sean getting on the ground. Sean gets up, and then we see a brief shot of what looks like Sean punching the kid that was scared by Daniel. Officer Matthews gets knocked back. We see Daniel running away. Officer Matthews then fires. I assume that's a shot that kills his dad. And then we see it cuts back to the dashcam footage from the reveal trailer, from the teaser trailer of Officer Matthews being killed by Sean using his powers to knock him in the car back. So then we see Sean looking at, like, in complete shock at the at what just happened. We see Officer Matthews' dead body with the car now on his police car now on fire. Now, it seems really interesting that in the Life is Strange series, both main characters, Max and Sean, have had their powers be recognized by times of stress. In Season 1, it was when Max realized she could rewind time when she saw Chloe get killed by Nathan. And with Sean discovers his powers when he sees his dad get killed by Officer Matthews. So it seems to be that maybe that's I think that's just a cool, like, interesting thing that Donut is doing with this. And then after that, we just get, like, another one final shot of Sean and Daniel walking down the road again, with Daniel asking Sean what they're gonna do, but Sean replies saying that, but when they're together, nothing can go wrong. And so that was my analysis of the Life is Strange 2 world premiere trailer. As Donut states, the first episode will be released on September 27th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Are you guys excited for Life is Strange 2? If you are, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.